Hello, it's me again. Sorry, I've got a squeaky chair here. I don't know if you can hear it. It squeaks every time I move. What I wanted to talk about tonight was something that I've just been thinking about, which is really that the word stigma may be an unuseful word in some respects, because it provides a protection to the people who are doing bullying, in fact, that they don't deserve. It kind of implies that there is some framework for it, that's just about disdain. But in fact, I've met with a lot of absolute bullying. It has to be said, that I've been an adult, not a child, an adult, and been bullied, and that the stigma, if you will, over mental health provides an excuse for people to behave in all sorts of ways that they wouldn't do to anybody else, who didn't have that kind of excuse attached to them of having a mental health condition. And there's the most absolute horrific behaviour that I've come across, even in people that are very close to me and that I do love, and that most of the time are fine to get on with. Like, if they realise that you're vulnerable, some absolutely appalling behaviour can come out. And the worst thing is that no one will believe you, because you've got this label attached to you that you've got some sort of mental health condition. Then the belief that you are to be disbelieved is self-perpetrating in their eyes, and nobody will believe that you are being bullied. And I want to reclaim the whole idea that adults sometimes bully each other. It's not just a thing that happens in the playground. And I want to move away a little bit from this protective aura of superiority that stigma implies, or that it can imply, to put the onus on the people who are being bullied. And I want us to think about bullying. I think it's really important that this is thought about, and that some protective measures, and even an awareness of it is a protective measure, that this goes on. So that's all I wanted to say for today, but I do think it's really important, actually, and that it needs to be considered, that adult bullying does take place, and it's something that we don't acknowledge much as a society. You see it between the sexes. We've sort of acknowledged it with sexism, but that is also, could be, some of that could be better talked about if it was thought about in terms of bullying as well, I think. So that's all I've got to say for tonight, but I really want you to consider it, and I'm thinking of ways that I could move this argument forward and reclaim this notion of bullying, in order to start thinking about ways that we may protect ourselves against it, and that people may find structures, or bring some sort of law enforcement structures that would help, or at least you know, some sort of social idea, some reclamation of the idea of that this bullying takes place will allow us to begin to consider it and talk about it. And too often, people who are saddled with the rumour that they're mentally ill do experience this sort of bullying, and other people think they've got an excuse to do it. And, you know, they will say, oh, well, it's all in your imagination afterwards or whatever. And I know that it's a very difficult area and a very grey area, because there are times when it is in someone's imagination, but that's often started by some real bullying that's taken place. And you know, the resort into the imagination, or you know, is often a call for help, to exaggerate the problem, because there really is a problem there. And I really think it is time that we started talking about it. Okay then, bye for now. Bye.